What's up, guys? I got to see the stream that they put on Twitch today, 7:04. Thanks to James Andrew for sending me the link, and thanks to all you guys. Anytime you send me information, I appreciate it. So I did get to see the stream. It was chopped up. I believe it was three different guys playing. The same guy from yesterday. I think Ryan Sieg played the Xfinity driver, and a third guy, I don't remember who that was. So basically, it was just a bunch of chopped up small races, like quick 2% races. Um, I didn't really feel like I got a lot out of the stream. I'll be honest with you. There's not a lot to dissect. I don't like these short races, and also they had the setting way low. Like it's too easy. Um, I don't get anything out of that because the AI is so easy. They're just blowing by a bunch of cars, and then also the way they drive, it's really over aggressive. They're just plowing through AI, over driving corners. So it's just way too easy. Um, so I'm gonna try to. What I got the most I got out of it was um, that there is a concern that below 105 or legend, if you go down to like 103 or 102, it's really not challenging at all. It does not look at all like there's any competition. I think that they focused most of their effort in making the AI more competitive only at the top uh, setting. And then below that is a huge fall off. That's really not good for guys who may want to bring it down a notch or two and just kind of make it just a little better for them. It just feels like too big of a drop off, and it's like it's either going to be too competitive for you or not enough, and it's they need to tweak the lower settings a bit more. But I only play it at the highest setting, and I hope it's not an issue. They do keep reiterating that the AI is really tough this year, so you know I believe it. They're really confident. They keep bringing it up, but like I said, these guys they come in, they put the setting all the way down. One guy had it at 90 something. It's just not challenging. Uh, and the race is so short, you get nothing from it. No, nothing about tire wear, pit stops. Um, you don't get that sense of lap after lap of making progress or battling with other cars. It's just such a quick 2 3 lap sprint, and then these guys are like plowing through the field, dive bombing into corners. I did not like most of the stream, I'll be honest with you, but it was really because of the low setting and the way these guys and these short races. So on a positive note, the cars do seem to be spreading out, and I really like that. That's been a huge problem with NASCAR games, even going back to your Technics. It always feels like they've kind of programmed the AI to race, or like the conditions are similar to a restrictor plate track, which is pack racing. So you'll be racing, and even deep into a green flag run, you'll still see packs of cars just attached to each other as if you're at a restrictor plate track. I really hate that. And anytime you watch a real race, pay attention to the first 2 laps. Right away, the cars start spreading out. Spreading out. Guys whose cars aren't handling well, they start dropping quick. Guys who are fast start, you know, extending their lead quickly. Doesn't take long for these cars to start spreading. So I'm really pleased to see that. But I will say another thing that concerns me, because these races are at 2%, 3%, and the difficulty is set really low. Is that partly the reason these cars spread out so fast? Because maybe they want to make it easier for the player to get through the field. That's a question mark. And that's if you play this at the top difficulty and you put a longer race, is that gonna are they gonna spread out like they're supposed to, or are they gonna now kind of be, still kind of bunched up? That's a concern. But I do believe that they did make an improvement in spreading the cars out. It's just every race I saw, it's really evident. So I'm happy with that. But like I said, at the same time, is it does it partly have to do with the difficulty being so easy and the race being so short? So that's my concern, and that's that. The other thing that concerns me is the road course racing. Now, even later on, at a higher setting, just the road courses look too easy. And a part of it, yeah, these guys are dive bombing into corners. It's easy to make up time. For some reason, I could imagine that programming AI for road course racing is much harder than on an oval, because there's so many break points, and you really use the brakes a lot, and you got 40 cars on a track. Usually the first turn at every road course is a real sharp turn. So there's always that bottleneck. And it's hard to have the cars check up in such a large group and not run over each other and still maintain a level of speed where you're not just making up a shitload of time. That's got to be difficult, but I don't I don't think they're where they need to be. It does look improved according, from the other videos I've seen. Like I said, today the races are so short, and the difficulties at a lot of most of the races was set low. So again, I don't really understand how to analyze that, because something I see that doesn't look good may have to do with the setting being too low and the race being short. So just judging from the things I've seen, I didn't really like what I saw today, except for the cars spreading out. But here's the thing: the one place that the cars really spread out and I didn't like was at Talladega. The guy, I think it was Talladega. The field spread out. It was ridiculous. That's not realistic. That's a restricted plate track. That's pack racing. So I'm concerned with that. That does not look right. So, NASCAR Heat 2 wasn't like that. The cars were pretty much in a pack. And for this looks like a step back. I don't know. Maybe it was because the setting was easier, and maybe it just did that to make it easier to pass. I don't know. But that's why I want to see these clips at 105 or at Legend, and a bit of a longer race, because then you know what it is. So I don't know. If I see something that's not right, is it because of the setting? So that's what I thought, but that's a big concern. Those of you who really like restricted plate racing, I could understand if you're concerned about that. And I definitely want to see it, you know, not be that way. I honestly thought last year's restricted plate racing, at least the way that it behaved, was pretty decent. Um, it did need tweaks here and there and stuff, but so I'm concerned about that. So that's pretty much it. It was just a bunch of easy, quick sprints. So I'm interested to know what you guys thought of it. Um, it doesn't diminish my excitement for the game, but it is a concern. So I hope they are on top of it. And he did say that they're still tweaking everything and working on stuff, but There's some question marks there. So I look forward to seeing what else they release. Hopefully they let somebody showcase it at a higher, at the top difficulty, and run a one at least 125% race. Show us what the pit strategies like, with and have it in stage racing. See how that works as well. How does the AI uh, pit logic work? And show us put it at 4 times wear so we can see the tire fall off, stuff like that. Other than that, that's 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 pretty much what I got out of it. So, what did you guys think? Thanks to James Andrew again for sending me the link, and I look forward to your comments.